Hello, this is Michael Semko, and I wanted to record this video, which I titled Message to My Subscribers. First thing I want to say is I'm so sorry, guys. I haven't recorded any videos for a very long time. You're probably wondering if this channel is dead and what happened to me. I'm so very happy about all your comments and the fact that you've been watching me. And I honestly, when I recorded this series, I had no idea that I was gonna get over 33 subscribers now. I know it's like not a big deal to some, but it is a big deal to me. This was my first series, first public series anyway. So what I wanted to say is, first off, I am still here. The channel is still active. I will continue to produce videos. I'm not sure when I'll actually continue the original series. What happened, I've had a lot of things that set me back in my life. They happened all together and all of a sudden. Things like I have, lost the place where I lived. I had to move. I lost my equipment. All kinds of turmoil has happened, but it is all better now in a sense that I am back stable. Everything's good. However, I lost track where I was with this SDL thing. I see that a lot of you are leaving comments and stuff, and I feel terrible that I can't just go ahead and record another video, because I know I kind of left it in a state of nothing. We haven't even gotten to the Sprite movement or any of that stuff. I've been teaching computer graphics lately in in an actual live class, and what has happened is I actually switched from SDL to SFML, which to my mind is a much better library. So it doesn't mean that I'm not going to continue with SDL. If that's what you guys want, then SDL is what we will do. But I've been looking at SFML, which is a different kind of library. Well, same basic concept, but it does allow me to do some things better. And one thing I like about SFML is that it's been written in C++ for C++, rather than SDL is actually written in C and uses a lot of C concepts. Like there's still pointers and there's still stuff you have to clear manually, and memory and stuff like that you worry about. So anyway, this is not an advertisement for SFML. It's a thought that I've had. However, basically the idea of this message is I am still here. I appreciate very much the fact that you watch me and like me and leave comments, and I hope very soon to resume this tutorial series and or start a new one on SFML. And by the way, you guys can go ahead and leave comments if you like and tell me what you think about this idea. Do you think you want me to go ahead and continue the SDL series, or do you want me to go ahead and start the SFML series? Yeah, I've recently there's one user that commented that this tutorial seemed like more of a C++ tutorial than an SDL tutorial, and to that I have to say, you know what, you are actually not wrong. The reason it seems that way is simply because the tutorial series was cut short, and I wasn't able to actually get into a lot of the meat of SDL on this one. So a lot of the stuff that I talked about was more like a C++ tutorial, and I apologize for that. Even though I do have to say that even though it was a C++ tutorial in effect, I have actually looked online and I couldn't find a tutorial on C++ that was fairly in-depth, that I consider in-depth. There are some tutorials out there that basically, and I'm not going to quote anybody in particular, but there are some tutorials which are good, but they are more like beginner stuff. They're more, they're explaining for loops and while loops and variables, and all that stuff is great, but there's not that many advanced tutorials that talk about stuff like singletons and design patterns and proper usage of things. Rather, it just talks about the naked syntax, so to speak. I could be wrong, okay, and because you may say, oh, there's this one guy and he does awesome tutorials. I'm like, all right, awesome. There might be such a guy, but I haven't seen him, and so I thought I would also provide this as kind of an intermediate / advanced C++. I didn't want to do a beginner tutorial in which I talk about basics, but I did want to do something more intermediate, because what occurred to me after years of studying C++ and studying programming and doing programming and so forth, is that a lot of the stuff, like for intermediate users, for intermediate programmers and advanced programmers, is just not available. A lot of the stuff is like what they do is they give you the basics. In college or anywhere you go, they give you the basic course, and the basic course is sufficient to give you the understanding of programming. But then your advanced stuff comes, and you're supposed to just figure a lot of the stuff out on your own. You're supposed to be able to just pick up a book, and that's not always how it works, because the book doesn't necessarily teach you good programming. That's just my opinion, okay? The book may teach you correctness, it may teach you legality, so to speak, but there are not that many good quote-unquote morality books, like things that you should and should not be doing, rather than things you can and cannot do, which is a difference. So there is a difference. So that's basically what I wanted to say about all this. But mainly the point of this message, once again, was to thank you all for watching, to know that I'm still here and that I will respond to all your comments. I am very happy that you're subscribing to me and still watching my videos, and that's really it. And you can use this video and this comment thread to ask me pretty much anything you'd like to know, any questions, any requests. I will consider them. If you think I should run a beginner tutorial series on C++ or an intermediate tutorial series on C++, I will listen, and I will basically what I'll do is what you guys want. So go ahead and leave me any kind of comments, good or bad, hopefully not too bad, and I will get back to you, okay? And once again, this was Mike Semko, and thank you all. I will see you as soon as I can in a new video, okay? Thanks. Later.